What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? This is Zell Nation 1. And for this ice cream, I will talk about what does the Loki show mean for the MCU? What does the Loki show mean to the MCU? Because in my opinion, because in my opinion, everything I got to the MCU, different franchises outside the MCU, because we need other movies besides Marvel comic book movies. I think, in my opinion, to come out. Because, like, in my opinion, right, if we can get other franchises out, sound like Fast and the Furious and everything else, like I think, in my opinion, that could be a good thing. That because for me, right, the Fast and Furious franchise is actually a good franchise that could compete with the other superhero movies and stuff like that. I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, in my opinion, it sounds like the studios got to actually take a chance on it. It sounds like the Underworld series was good. I think before the superhero thing was here, while Underworld was here, I like those movies. Some of the movies better than others. But for me, the studios were taking chances with new franchises and stuff like that, in my opinion. And when you do that, in my opinion, right, you get to how can I say this? You get the you get new fan bases and you get new money, in my opinion. Things like some people, in my opinion, this might disagree. Some people might agree, but in my opinion, about but in my opinion, what I think about it, like I think, in my opinion, right, because I think, in my opinion about it, if you can get like different, if you get different, how can I say? Be, because in my opinion, right, if we get different franchises and different movies, everything like that, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing just for the movie business as a whole. Because like MCU movies and DC movies is good, but the thing about it is, like, the studio need to take chances of bringing out other content. So, like, scary movies is good, but the thing is, everybody just don't deal with how can I say, content like that. Just don't look at it, in my opinion. Sound like, for me, right, I would actually look at it, but the thing is, like, I want to look at consistently, like I would Fast and Furious, DC, Marvel, or other action movies. I would actually look at those movies, in my opinion. But then, in my opinion, it sounds like people want to take a chance on other types of movies. Like, I think, in my opinion, which I think it's a bad thing, in my opinion, because it's saying like the studio is only interested in making franchise superhero stuff, which could be good, which could be bad. But then, I mean, right, if you're gonna do like superhero stuff, at least make it good. I think, in my opinion, because for me, right, just and just make it bad because you wanted to experiment. At least make it good. Come on, is you get that, Doug? Yeah, like me, in my opinion, everything like that, they could be good, bad, in between. But things like people might agree, people might not agree, in my opinion. But that's just me and my opinion about the whole thing. And just for me, right, and everything else like that, it could be good, bad, in between. But the thing is, the studios need to make their own stuff, I think, in my opinion. But they don't. They try to mark other stuff people do, but it should make their own original idea. Because like for me, right, if you can make your own original deal and stuff like that, I think in my opinion, which could be good, which could be bad, but then in my opinion, right, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, but 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 just in my opinion about the whole thing, it's like if you can make good, bad, in between and stuff like that. But the thing is for me is right, at least try to make one good movie, which I think in my opinion that with all studios probably try to make the first movie good and but the people will follow, which I think in my opinion. But things like some people might agree, some people might not. But the thing about for me, right, it's like the thing about for me, right, is like I think that the studios is too lazy to just try to build new franchises. Some of for me, it just trying to make quick money, but that's dumb. Which I think, in my opinion, which I think could be good, could be bad. But then, I mean, my opinion about it is like everybody should try to make their own. They should try to make their own little franchise and build their own fan bases up. Sound like Underworld. That the Underworld series got their own fan base, which is a which could be good, which could be bad. But just in my opinion about the whole thing, which could the thing about was kind of like in my opinion about the whole, which I think in my opinion about the whole franchises thing and stuff like that, which I think in my opinion could be good. Which I think in my opinion about the whole Loki franchises, something like it sound like back in the day, they used to make franchises about Terminator. The used to actually was like Terminator, Commando, and everything else. Like I think in my opinion, it 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 could be a good or bad thing. Which I think in my opinion could be good, bad, but I am not sure about which I think could be good, could be bad, but I am not sure about which I think could be good. But then my opinion about is if they can get back to making if they can make movies sound like Terminator back, just sound like back in the day, but just try to make it for modern times and don't try to worry about what everybody else just gotta think about, which I think in my opinion, which could be good, bad, but I am not sure what the studios just got allow now, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, bad, in between. But I am not sure about the studios now because studios now are soft. It be because studios don't even allow certain stuff in movies, everything like that. But the thing about my opinion about the whole thing, which I think could be good, bad, in between, but I am not sure about how can I say this? I am not sure about how the studios it just gotta come out with these new movies. Because like my favorite movies and plus for this screen, I will talk about the Spider-Man the new leak from Spider-Man the No Way Home, I think. The new movie toys, I think. The new suit link. It's a suit. It was a suit that was leaked or just released by toy companies. And toy companies always spoil the movies. Sound like movies like this right here, movies like the Terminator, sound like back in the day, everything like that. In my opinion, sound like studios had original ideas because the studios did not worry about this franchise, that. The studio just worry about making good movies, and that's just me, in my opinion. And that's one of my favorite movies of all time. Is Terminator. It's one of my favorite movies that I like to look at. But I think, in my opinion, it is one of the best action movies that I see. Sit down. No. Yeah, which I think could be good, could be bad, but then just in my opinion about, which I think in my opinion could be good, could be bad, could be in between, but that my opinion, everything like that, and to deal with franchise and everything like that, which I think could be good, bad, in between, but I am not sure about what the studio is willing to do today to make just to make new franchises. Because it seems like the studios are just doing like reboots. But the thing about the Terminator movies, it sounds like the Terminator movie got franchises in between franchises. If you look at it, be, 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 which I think, in my opinion, which I think this now the Terminator movies, got a franchise within themselves, but the studio don't just just don't take advantage of it, which I think, in my opinion. Be which I think, in my opinion, it's a bad travesty in itself. I think, just in my opinion, about the whole thing. So, like, you look at it, doing a war, dealing with machines and stuff like that. The big old the Terminator franchise got about 3 or 4 movies that they can make in between the movies. I think, in my opinion, they got about 3 or 4 movies that they can do. But then, in my opinion about it, it sounds like they don't do that. They don't try to they don't try to think about the war in between. It sounds like John. Be, because you look at the Terminator franchise, the Terminator franchise is about John and plus the Resistance just trying to fight the machines for freedom. Just me. But the thing is, right? I don't. The studios today is thinking about agenda and stuff like that, which I think, in my opinion, is bad. So it's not for me, right? I just want a good story, good story and movie, which I think, in my opinion, which the studio just don't think of. Some of the studio directors just need to, which I think, some of the studio people do try to think about good stories. But the thing, in my opinion, about it is like, I don't think they do to a point. Some of them, in my opinion, just trying to put in their personal agenda. Sign movie. But the thing about, for me, right, is like, I don't want personal agenda in my movies. And plus for this show right here, um, Loki. This Loki show finale had changed a lot of stuff in my opinion. And plus, there's an article on it. But let's get back to that. But my other stuff I want to talk about is Star Wars. The thing about me, in my opinion, about it, Star Wars is a good franchise that Disney got. But the thing, in my opinion, but the thing about my opinion about it is like the Star Wars franchises, in my opinion, it could get better and could you say. But the thing, in my opinion, is about just make good stories. That just me. If you can make good original stories and stuff like that, without you trying to put your own little agenda within the franchise, I think, in my opinion, which could be good, which could be bad. But the thing about the thing about in my opinion about the whole Star Wars all female thing, which was a bad move in Catholic Kennedy part, which I think in my opinion was a bad move. But then in my opinion about it is like she should try to make good stories just with female characters, which I think which would have rolled better with the fans. I think be, because like for me, right, I'm not talking about the fans that is unreasonable who don't like female characters because they female. Because like for me, that just stupid. Which I think, in my opinion, be, be, because you look at like not all characters and not all heroes is males. Some heroes is female because it did just as much as males, in my opinion. Because you look at Star Wars Online, that they got Master Bastilla, I think she one of the Jedi Masters. She a female and she did just as much as the males on, how can I say, on the stuff, which I think, in my opinion, and she did, and she was one of my favorite characters on that, and she was one of my favorite characters on this, just on the game. The thing about it is like some people probably can agree or disagree. Thing I mean, in my opinion, is just that I think in my opinion is that some people just got prejudice against females, some don't. But the thing about for me, right, is all right. The thing about for me right is that I don't care that the character's female, but the thing about me is right. Just make them go through the same thing that males characters just would go through, in my opinion. Because like for me, right, if you don't make them go through the same stuff, like I'm just in a different way as a male character would do, that how can I say this? That people would know that it's a biasness. Like in my opinion, just me, my opinion, and that's what I think. What some people might think, in my opinion. But the thing is, like, I'm know people who don't like the forces female thing, and they're not even biased against females. They 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 just don't like the way that Star Wars was telling the story, and Star Wars dealing with female characters. So for me, I agree with them to a certain point. Because like for me, right there, they got the female characters and just being more powerful because they're female. This me, just make them earn that power. I think, in my opinion, because like for me, right, I wouldn't care if it was male. I wouldn't care if it was female. If they didn't earn that power to a point, if they didn't earn that power to a point, which I think, in my opinion, it could be a bad thing. Which I think could be good, could be bad, but shit, I'm not even sure about which is the thing. My opinion could be good, could be bad, could be in between. But the thing is, right, but the thing about me and Star Wars is like I grew up with Star Wars, the new ones that because like, I was born in the '80s, but I ain't saw the like the prequels. I saw the prequels, and plus I saw the one from back in the day, like Luke Skywalker and stuff like that. sound like the older ones, the prequels. I actually like the prequels, but the thing is like some people might agree, some people might not agree. But the thing about me, right, it's like I actually like the prequels, the movies prequels themselves. The thing about, in my opinion, there were prequels, everything like that in Star Wars. That I like episode one, but the thing is, episode two was good, but episode two just been good in their own way. Well, I think in my opinion. The thing about in my opinion about the episode one was a good movie. The episode one movie, the episode one movie for me was good. Episode two was a little bit weaker, but still average. But episode three was the best one. Was the best one I think out of the prequels. Well, episode one and three. But the thing about it is like in the prequels, like because I still try to go back and forth in between the movies, which one was better, which one wasn't. Be, because like for prequels, it's kind of harder for me to choose which one was better. Which one was better, the first or the second one? But the thing about for me, right? I might like episode one a little bit better, but the thing about it is like the thing about me, in my opinion, about the thing about me, the whole Star Wars universe thing that supposed to be coming up. That the thing about the whole Star Wars stuff, which I think could be good, could be bad, but I'm the I'm just worrying about the new characters, how new characters supposed to be done. But it's what if everything like that could be good, could be bad, but I am not sure about the whole universe that with the whole universe thing. Probably convenient for Star Wars if Star Wars just don't straighten up their path, which I think sounds like the best show I've seen so far with Star Wars is just The Mandalorian. The Mandalorian is the best thing about Star Wars right now because like the movies, everything like that, the on the movie stuff like that, it's not helping the Star Wars universe. The Mandalorian had to come in and save it, which is sad. Which I think, in my opinion, be, be because it show because the show the Mandalorian should just add to it. It shouldn't have to save it, which I think, in my opinion, is a bad thing. Be, because you look at it, the Mandalorian show should not have to save our universe. I think, in my opinion, it shouldn't have to come in and do all that heavy lifting, but the movie puts that done, which I think, in my opinion, was a bad thing. That it was a good thing. It was a good thing that the Mandalorian show was good, but the thing is, it was a bad thing that it took a show to save the universe. I think, in my opinion, which could be good, which could be bad, but I am not sure about what was y'all thinking in the comments. Because like for me, right, if the show is not good, the Mandalorian show is not good, thing like that, then shoot. If the Mandalorian show wasn't good the first season, then Star Wars universe would have been big time in trouble, which I think, which could be good. That which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, but I am not sure about which I think the universes could have been more than built up. If the new universe wasn't so bad coming from the movies, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, but I am not sure about um what do the MCU universe will mean for y'all? Which I think, in my opinion, could be a bad thing or a good thing. But the thing about me, in my opinion, about the whole thing, is it sounds like the Star Wars universe needs to start coming out with some good live action shows. In my opinion, before they start making movies again, because like in my opinion, if you can't make a good live action show besides the Mandalorian, then you are in trouble. Which I think, in my opinion, that just me. Be, be, because like in my opinion, man, if y'all can't get a real good universe off the ground, which I think in my opinion that they should be able to do it. But the thing is right. I just don't trust nothing that Disney do dealing with Star Wars right now. Because like in my opinion, right. Because right, my opinion deal with Star Wars and Disney is like the only good thing they did was just the how can I say this? It could be just the Mandalorian show. That's the best thing they got go for it right now, which is a bad thing in my opinion. Because like in my opinion, the Mandalorian show, they had introduced Ahsoka good. They introduced um dang, that on that Mandalorian lady that came in the show. They introduced her good. The Because like in my opinion, right, the Star Wars universe need a good a show besides Mandalorian that is good, and we need a Sith, and we need a show about a Jedi or a Sith that could control the light and the dark side. I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, in my opinion, which I think that we won't get, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing if we get a show that can explore the other side of the Sith, that can introduce the Sith, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good, bad thing, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But the thing about my opinion about the whole, which I think is my opinion, right? If we get a good Jedi show and the Sith show at the same time, just exploring what do the Jedi just got to go through, what do the Sith just got to go through, just to become a Jedi, which could be good, which could be a bad thing. But the things, in my opinion, it sounds like that, which I think, in my opinion, where can differentiate what do Sith choose to do, what do Jedi choose to do while they training. If everybody bad, that's Sith. If everybody good, everybody just got a gray area. Which I think, in my opinion, right? Which I think, in my opinion, dealing with Star Wars, it could be much better. Which could be much better, which I think, in my opinion, which could be a real good universe thing. If they can get a Sith show, they can get a Jedi show. but the thing is, right? That but the thing is, we might need one of them Myth Jedi show, which I think sound like one of the legacy characters. Sound like if Obi-Wan, which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad, but I am not sure about. Which which I think could be good, which could be bad, which I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, it's like I'm not sure about which one of these universe Jedi show could be good. Let me try to look it up. What kind of Jedi show supposed to be coming up? Dealing with Disney, because the thing about Disney is like Disney is always changing up which show they doing, everything else like that. And let's just try to figure out and and let's just try to figure out what's the new Star Wars news what's coming out. Um, what Star Wars series coming up? Star Wars series coming up. Because just that I already know that the Star Wars Kenobi is coming out. I know that series coming out, but shit, I'm still trying to figure out what new Star Wars series coming out. Because for me, right, I already know Obi Kenobi's coming out. Oh yeah, I see. They got Bad Batch. I already know about Bad Batch. The show it's kind of good, but nah, that's not my taste though. But I still gotta go back and look at it. But the Book of Boba Fett, I am excited for that one. I am actually excited for Book of Boba Fett. That that is one of the legacy characters that that that's just I'm actually excited to see. This is by Variety. That just okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Let's go by the article and see which one going by. What's up? That just go by share. Let's look at the Variety. Var- Verity something. Verity shoot. Oh shoot. Let me wait a minute now. Yeah, shoot, I got it. Every Star Wars movie in Disney Plus. Every Star Wars movie and film Disney Plus and Project and 20 Bad Batch. The out the show is funny at times, but for me, right, so I still like the show. I like the show to a point, but the show is too how can I say? The show don't make sense at times. And sometimes it makes sense. At certain times it don't, in my opinion. But think about it. If y'all got a different opinion about the Bad Batch show, anything else like that, if y'all seen episode two, then y'all can and ask me about it. And the next thing coming up is on In case y'all know, Bad Batch is on Disney Plus. And this about and plus the Bad Batch show have happened during Order 66. And the next one that's coming out is the Book of Boba Fett. The Book is Boba Fett. It's the other one that supposed to be coming out, which I think should be a good thing or a bad thing. But the Book of one of my other favorite series coming out. Once I heard it was announced, it's coming out December 2021, and that gave me something to look forward to during that month. Disney Plus, after receiving some long overdue moments in the spotlight, the codependent in the spotlight and the fresh pink, the Mandalorian, in the second season of the Mandalorian, the iconic Tamori Morrison will headline his own series this Christmas. We saw that he on Jabba former Dallas Tatooine with Senate Fit, Min Yang win and execute how can I say? And he executed Bill Fortuna, Matthew Wood. That must be the person that played the bubble thing. Dang, that one of them things. Shoot, them big old fat lazy suckers. Boba Fett taking over and operating Jabba's criminal empire. John Favreau, Dave Filoni, and Robert Rodriguez and Kathleen Kennedy were executive producer on the book of Boba Fett. And plus the fans, just in case y'all don't know, this series will pick up where the Mandalorian ended, meaning the character series included Din himself would likely make an appearance, and the Jabba Palace was prominent in the return Jabba's. They call Jabba's here Jabba's shots. With the larger planet of Tatooine appeared the prequel trilogy. Yeah, yeah, that was true. That's why I like the prequel, because the prequels that actually explain stuff, but the other movies didn't. But 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 for me, but people still hate on prequels too much, which I think in my opinion. But but so y'all can think that or not. But that's my opinion about the whole prequel thing. But I think people hate on it too much. But the thing is, it sounds like certain people just would defend other stuff, which is worse than the Star Wars stuff, I think, in my opinion. But the thing is, like, some people might do it, some people might not. But that's just me and my opinion about the whole thing. Which I think, in my opinion, could be a bad presence. Which I think, is my opinion, that could be a good thing if people actually give prequels a chance for that. I think without the biases, without saying that, but you would a chance. I think. But the next thing that's coming up, and plus the book of just in case y'all don't know, that's coming on Disney Plus. Vision 2021, Star Wars Vision 2021. Now this one right here is kind of tricky. I don't know what this means. that just it coming on Disney Plus. The Lucas film is the realm of anime, but 10-point series called Star Wars. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be anime. Anime style type of Star Wars. Okay. But the thing is, it could be anime style, but the thing is, I just hope the story's good. That's just me. That's just the only thing I worry about Star Wars on. Like certain stuff tells and just make sure it makes sense. Which I think, in my opinion, to just make sure it makes sense. Because in my opinion, if stuff don't make sense, it just won't be good in my opinion. But that's just my opinion about the whole thing. I think for me, could be good, could be bad, but I'm not sure about the whole thing. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good. It could be a good thing if they don't find nothing. Which I think, in my opinion, right, that could be it could be a good or a bad thing. But then, me, in my opinion, about the whole vision thing could be good. But I'm not sure about this whole universe thing through anime, dealing with Star Wars, because that'd be our first time seeing that type of style. So all that I seen in Star Wars was 2D and 3D animated and cartoon versions. But anime style for me, they just used to deal with Star Wars. But thing about it, I did pretty good. That's all I asked for. And Andor 2022, that's running next year. Okay. It's some good stuff actually coming out for Star Wars. But the thing that I worry about Star Wars is, right, I just think about if it's gonna be good or not, and that just me. Because the thing about for me, right, is all these types seem good and look good, but the thing about it, I just want to see a trailer and a scripture story. That just me. But the thing is, people could agree, people could disagree. But the thing about me is, right, I just want to see a scripture story deal with Star Wars and stuff. I think, in my opinion. But my opinion is, like, some people think Star Wars can't be good. Some people think it could. The thing about me, in my opinion about it, is, like, I think the Star Wars stories could be good. I think, in my opinion. But the writing, in my opinion, got to be good. Because, like, in my opinion, if the writing is not good, then the anime style, the drawing, and everything else just won't mean nothing if the story is not good, in my opinion. Because you got to make sure your story is on point. That's the whole thing about me. It's not like, make sure your story is on point and make sure it's good. And that if yeah, if plus for me, if the story is not good and the story structure not good, which I think is my opinion, when it might not be good. But the thing about it, it sounds like if the story structure not good, everything like that, then stuff for me, you just wasting money, in my opinion. Because you should not be like putting all this money into a project and your story is not good and structure is not good, in my opinion. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good. It could be a good thing with some of the new stuff coming out, just to give Star Wars fans a chance to explore the universe even more. Even me, I can look at it even more too. Because, like, for me, right, if they can get me like something like halfway in, let's get me halfway in Star Wars. after the Mandalorian in the book. If this in the book of Boba Fett probably can get me excited and get me deeper into the Star Wars world, then I'm good. I'm good with Star Wars. I'm happy. That's just me. But think about it. Some people need more, like me. Be because like Boba Fett can be good, but that's what I want a Sith show. I want a Jedi show. I want the people that don't follow Sith or Jedi type of shows just just, just showing them just, just showing them using free will or the power stuff like that and how they decide to do stuff. Because like for me, right, if they can get me like a real good Jedi and Sith show out, and then that will prove that Disney could do shows besides Disney animated stuff good in MCU. Won't be the only good calling card. They will have which I think, my opinion, could be a good thing if we can get something else beside the MCU and Disney to be good. Because you look at Disney purchased Star Wars for about a lot of money. But the thing about it, it's not like some people agree, some people might not. The thing about, in my opinion, about the whole thing, it sounds like I don't actually care about people. I don't actually care what people say about me and stuff like that. But the thing about it, as long as I confident in myself, I'm pretty much good. Which I think, in my opinion, could be a good thing. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, could be bad. But the thing about for me, right, is like if they can make, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or bad thing. Which I think, in my opinion, right, if they can get me interested in other characters besides the legacy characters, which I already know, sound like the Mandalorian made me like that new character. I like that character. The Boba Fett, I like that legacy character. I like Fennec. I had like Cara Dune, but her introduction, it kind of got me kind of off. That just the way she was introduced. I didn't like the way she was introduced, but the thing is, like, which was bad in my. Her introduction wasn't. It wasn't bad in my opinion, her introduction, but the thing is that the way they made her beat the man, which was dumb in my opinion, her introduction, they, they can show her they're doing some good stuff. They can show her doing good stuff against the Mandalorian, but at the end of it, the Mandalorian probably should have won straight out. Which I think, in my opinion, should have been the outcome of that fight instead of being a draw. But the thing is, I still like the card doing character. I still like her, in my opinion. Her character is not a bad character, but her introduction was kind of, it wasn't bad, but her character introduction was good, which it shouldn't be showing her losing at all, which I think, in my opinion, was stupid. But it shouldn't have been showing the Mandalorian losing at all, which I think, in my opinion, could be a key introduction, and they can introduce another character because you look at it, they do need another character besides the Mandalorian and Fennec, because look at Fennec and stuff like that might not come back to the Mandalorian show. which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or a bad thing. But I am not sure how people are just gonna take. I'm just not sure how people just gotta take certain stuff, which I think, in my opinion, if they don't bring back Cardoon, this and stuff, which I think, in my opinion, could be a bad or a good thing. But it sounds like, for me, which I think, in my opinion, could be a real bad, um, which I think, in my opinion, could be bad or good. But the thing about, for me, right now, Star Wars universe still need to get back on track. If these shows not good, then I will be very, very disappointed in it, in my opinion. But think about it, that's your opinion about it. And plus, the thing about the end of the screen is this not the end, but the last topic we're talking about is Loki. This show right here, this show right here has changed by the whole MCU. I think, in my opinion, because this thing showing me something. It's no free will, which don't make no sense, in my opinion. Because think about it, then my opinion on something. How is no free will, and you can do all these stuff, which don't make no sense, in my opinion. How? Yeah, child like Sylvie, she could do all these stuff. She killing TBA. Loki got caught. He can do certain stuff dealing TBA. I'm not sure about what's what anymore. And that's my problem with the show. I know about some of the stuff that probably can that that probably can happen. But the thing about it is, like, I'm not even sure if some people even know. Which I think, in my opinion, could be a good, bad, in between. And the thing about the character Ravonna, I actually like her. I like the character Ravonna, and plus the one character I never trusted was Miss Minutes. That little circle, man. I got to show you a picture of that sucker I never trusted. It was Miss Minutes. It was just, man. I probably got to show y'all a picture. Man, shoot, bro. Miss Minutes. That little sucker right there, man. Man, so that little thing, Miss Minutes, bro. That sucker, that. Ooh, ooh, that little sucker, Miss Minutes, I didn't trust her. I knew it. I knew it. I never trusted Miss Minutes because she worked for Kane. I never trusted that little sucker. I never trusted. And plus, I'm saying it for the longest. I was telling, I would tell my friend, I would tell my friends, do not trust Miss Minutes. And I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right when I said do not trust Miss Minutes. But the thing about it, some people will keep on saying she's good. She's good. No, she's not. That's okay, evil. And I was right. And this character, Miss Minutes, was voiced by Tara Strong, the one of the voice actors that actually voiced Harley and up and up and Injustice 2. If y'all know what the Injustice is, so y'all know what Injustice series, she voiced Harley Quinn. This character right here, I know trust this character because this character in the show has shown to be sneaky. That character shown to be sneaky and not to be trusted. I've never trusted that character, bro. I've never trusted that character to a T. The thing about it, sound like some people trusted it, but I didn't. I always watched that little second Mr. Minutes. I always watching that little character. I, I always watched that character. I always have watched that character, Mr. Minutes. I didn't choose. I did not choose that character. I did not trust Mr. Minutes to a T. I did not. I did not trust Miss Minutes be, because I knew for me, just for the character to know that much about TVA, everything like that, and for it not to be evil, I knew that character was finna be evil or working with somebody. Because like for me, right, just for the character to be like that, that to be me, in my opinion, everything like that, just by Miss Minutes, man, that character, man, and to me, in my opinion, about the Miss Minutes character, that character was sneaky, and that character made everybody trust that little sucker. They made everybody trust her, and that was the one character I didn't trust. Loki, I know Loki would sound like I know that Loki character was just gonna go for a change of heart, everything like that. But the thing about me, in my opinion, that Loki, I know that character just be going through changes. And plus, Sylvie, I know she was going through changes. And plus, that Judge Lady Ravona, I really didn't trust her too much. And plus, she's shown to be hiding some stuff. And she don't know everything about the TVA, everything else like that. Which I think, in my opinion, could be good, it could be a bad thing. And plus, the other character, Ravona, who plays the Judge Lady, the head lady over the TVA, that she was a good character, but if you look at the comics, that she actually is connected. She is she is connected to, how could I say, she is like now she sound like how could I say, she is connected to Kane, but them in MCU is like I am not sure. I am not sure how the MCU just gonna change it, just gonna use it, everything else like that. Because you look at the MCU, really don't know how to use certain characters. I think, in my opinion, sound like characters with powers, everything else, which I think, in my opinion, could be a good or a bad thing. But the thing about, for me, right, is something like that show. The next season, that on the next season, just the show, Miss Minutes is gonna be a problem. Miss Minutes, this little orange little sucker is gonna be a problem. Because like for me, and that's how I feel like. I feel like she gonna be a big problem. I think like that, which I think, in my opinion, that she is gonna be a big problem. But the thing is, like, some people might agree, some people might not agree. But the thing about, for me, right, is like that character, Miss Minutes, is gonna be a big time problem for everybody, which I think that could be a good or a bad thing. But the thing is, in my opinion about it, and that that is my opinion about the whole thing, and that is my opinion about the whole thing. Everything else like that, and that just me. That just me and my opinion about the whole universe thing and stuff like that. And that just me that just me in my opinion just some misminutes. It sounds like this character misminutes sound like um that she gonna be one of those intellectual type of villains who could do good, who could do bad at the same time. Be because think about for me, if you look at it, Miss Minutes could do some good, but the thing about it, Miss Minutes at the end will chomp you down. Sick. And that just me that just me in my opinion about the whole thing. And that just me in my opinion about the whole universe thing, everything like that. Sound like some characters like sound like King, like sound like King who probably see everything. Like Miss Minutes won't mess with him. But like characters sound like Loki, everything like that sound like characters that just depend on her. Like she could do some good and do some bad. And that just me. And that is me in my opinion about the whole Loki thing. And the Loki thing made me think also if there's no free will, that means that all the movies mean nothing. That means the MCU movies move. The MCU universe means nothing. Because seeing an Endgame didn't mean that six episode. Endgame, Infinity War, Black Black Panther, First Avenger, Trevor Hawk, Iron Man. Do none of them movies mean something? They mean nothing. Seem like to me, if they gotta do all this, to talk about something there's no free will, it means nothing. And what's Kevin Feige doing? But that's all I want to talk about. And plus this show, how can I say this? God dug it. God dug it. What is this on top? What I'm talking about? Shoot. And plus, in my own opinion, just in my opinion, stuff like that, dealing with the universes, everything else like that, it sounds like for me, it's right. How can I say this? How can I say this without being mean? It's like the MCU, the MCU jump from theme to theme at certain points. Sound like Infinity War, Endgame, end of it. Thanos, Thanos just the villain. This Kang character make Thanos seem small, which I know Kang is a real powerful character, but yeah, nah. But you have to say it's no free will, which don't make no sense. No free will? You telling me it's no free will after all these movies, which don't make no sense in my opinion. But still, that's what I'll run with it. I'll run with it. I'll run with it though. But that just me in my opinion. The whole thing about it, it just don't make no sense in my opinion. But the thing is, like, some people might agree, some people might not. The thing about my opinion, it sounds like the thing about me and my whole opinion about the whole universe, everything like that, deal with Kane. That means Civil Surfer coming. That means the Fantastic Four coming. It's a whole lot of people got to come. Because the thing about it, the thing about for me, right, it's just not. I still want to see Adam Warlock. I still want to see Nova. I still want to see some of the characters come out. And plus we need X Men. Oh boy, we need X Men more than ever. We need more X Men more than ever to put the MCU back grounded again. Because we need it in the MCU. Because the MCU cannot do it, in my opinion. But it's just me in my opinion. That's just my opinion about the whole thing. That's just my opinion. But the thing about it, y'all can agree, disagree. And for this stream right here, y'all can put your opinion in the comments. What you think about Star Wars? What you think about the MCU? If you think it's gonna be good, the Star Wars universe or MCU universe. But the thing is, like, the thing is, if you think the universe is gonna be good, bad, everything else like that, just put in the comments at this live stream over. I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time.